to me.
Greetings, my little lovelies. I hope I find you all well again, and as usual, feeling tickety-boo! Now, we've got 3 marvellous little videos to show you today. The first one is all about a haunted desk. Yes, a haunted desk, believe it or not. The second one is all about the Earth's crust. Again, very interesting. And the third and final one has been sent in to us by a chap called Jake, and Jake lives in Dallas, Texas. And it's all about the last moments of his mum's life, and he asked us to share it with you. So, we will. Now, let's crack on, shall we? Myself and my sister often used to travel to Scotland to stay with our grandfather during summer holidays, and sometimes we used to spend Christmas there. There was always lots of snow at Christmas time, which was always good fun. In Grandpa's bedroom, he used to have what looked like an old dressing table that he said he bought when he was on holiday in Rome. He had it shipped back to Scotland as he fell in love with it as soon as he saw it. The one thing that was wrong with it, one of the drawers didn't have a key, so it would never open. We asked Grandpa why this was, and he said he didn't know. It was like this when he bought it. One day my sister and I were playing in our room, and we got talking, why does that drawer never open? And I had to explain to my sister that it came without a key. As I said it came without a key, a very cold breeze came through our room and none of the windows were open, as this is Scotland and it was always cold, so we always kept the windows closed. But this very cold breeze shot across our room, and as it did, the drawer that had no key all of a sudden shot open. Myself and my sister both screamed, and Grandad came running, asking what was wrong, and we said, look, the drawer was open. As we pointed to the drawer was closed. He said we were making it up, but I swear to this day, both myself and my sister swear what happened was true, even though nobody in the family believes us. Scientists have revealed that the lockdown that we're all currently having to experience has reduced the level of vibrations in the Earth's crust. Recent reports have revealed that the reduction in activity has resulted in a marked reduction in pollution levels over many of the world's biggest cities, and it now appears as though the Earth's crust itself may also be experiencing a level of quiet on a scale that is typically only seen on Christmas Day. Normally, the vibrations produced by cars, factories, construction works, and humans simply going about their daily business causes the planet's outer layer to vibrate or hum. Now, however, seismologists at the Royal Observatory in Belgium have reported a significant reduction in vibration levels of up to 50% in Brussels since the country went into lockdown. Similar reductions have also been reported in major cities all across the world. The quiet period is not only making it easier to pick up signs of smaller earthquakes, but has also highlighted the impact that our lives collectively have on the planet as a whole. Every individual thinks he is alone at home, but altogether we are making something big for the seismic environment, and we can probably learn a lesson here for other parts of the environment, seismologist Thomas Lacour told a leading British newspaper. The reason we are home is terrifying, but in the future, maybe some critical number of individuals will change their ways. Maybe after all this is over and done and finished, maybe humans will change their ways for the better. My mother had always been a fiercely independent woman. Even after my father died, she wanted to stay on her own, even though we asked her to come and live with us. But she said no, she'd be fine, she wanted to live on her own. I lived 2 hours drive away from my mother, so I didn't see her as often as I would have liked to, but we spoke on the phone most days. Anyway, I went to see her one day. I went down to visit for the weekend, and I was surprised when I saw her. She had lost an awful lot of weight. I suggested that she goes for a checkup to the doctor. Of course, she was having none of it, but in the end I persuaded her and she went. They did tests on my mother and it came back that she had a very advanced form of cancer in her brain. Once she received the news, she seemed to go downhill quite rapidly, very quickly indeed. So much so that we managed to persuade her to come and live with us. The doctor said that she'd have to go into a care home, but as usual, Mum was having none of that. So she came to us for her final days. We had nurses coming in to tend to her, though she spent most of her time in bed. I went in one day to give her a cup of tea, and I could hear voices. I heard her talking. I said, "Mum, who are you talking to?" And she said, "My mother is here." I said, "There's nobody there?" She said, "Yes, she's right in front of me." I had never seen my gran. She died before I was born, and my mother said to me, "Go to my case. There is a photograph album in there." So I went to her case that she brought with her, and sure enough, there was a photograph album there. I opened it up and she told me, "This is who is with me," and she pointed to my gran, which is her mother. She said, "She is with me now. She is looking at me and smiling." My mother said she has come to take me to the other side. I said, "Don't be silly. Drink your tea now and I'll be back in a minute." As I left the room, my mother said, "Don't be frightened. Everything will be okay." I left and didn't think anything of it. 20 minutes later, I went back in to take Mum's empty cup back, and my mum had passed away. I often wonder if my mum did see her mum there at that time. It makes you wonder. Welcome back, my little lovelies. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you found them interesting. As usual, let us know what you think of them. Send in your comments, keep them nice and clean. Keep everything tickety-boo! Now, if you've got any stories, as I always say, don't be shy. Send them in to us, and you never know, you could feature in the next episode of It's a Weird World. Now, how wonderful would that be? Wouldn't it be marvellous? Yes, it would. Now, that's all from me. Take care, my little lovelies. Stay safe. Ta-ta, my little lovelies. Ta-ta!